Hey y'all, we are back. I didn't do a timer because I already told you I was coming back 5-ish o'clock. And so I am coming back on. Come on in the room. Come on in this room. We have a phenomenal book project that we have launched today. I'm your girl, affectionately known as Dr. T, Reverend Dr. Tamara, and we have an anthology book project that is launched today. What day is it? It's Magnificent Monday. It is Marvelous Monday. It's Majestic Monday. And it's also my birthday. And so I just wanted to do this project. My book coach, shout out to my book coach, Leslie. When she's going through with her clients, she asks, like, when do you want your book to drop? When do you want the pre-launch to happen? So today is the pre-launch. And I picked my birthday. I did it with my first book that went to number one bestseller. And we are asking for your help to help us get another book to number one bestseller. So, hello to Facebook, hello to LinkedIn, hello to YouTube. Because YouTube, we are here. I have some phenomenal women that was courageous, showed um, that they really wanted to make a difference. And I'm going to bring them on. I have Marcy here, one of our authors, and we have Cookie, one of our authors. And I just want you to, I want you to know them. I'm going to introduce you to them. And we have three others that are not able to come on, but you'll see more. We'll be posting more. We'll be posting more as the actual book actually gets to print. And there's something special about that day, because that day, once you go on to Amazon and get your link, you will read everything, read about the book, read when you will actually get your book on that day and that particular day. So I'm going to introduce Marcy right now. I'm going to bring her to the stage. Hey, Marcy.
See,
How are you?
I have. I think I got 8 different emotions going on right now.
Come on.
Um,
Tell me about it.
I'm ecstatic. I am nervous. I'm a little anxious. I am overwhelmed, but in a good way, overjoyed. My heart is fluttering. Some moments it's fluttering with joy, and once again, it's fluttering with anxiety. So I'm all over the place, but I'm always good because I am God's favorite child. I am God's favorite
Okay.
daughter.
Yes, you are.
So with all of that, I can stand and say I am God's favorite daughter. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited. So this is my first, um, my first anthology. I was just telling you earlier that I actually said the words, "I'm not an author. I'm not writing any
Yes, you did, y'all.
and God said something different because of the simple fact He said, "Your trial and your tribulations is not for you."
Hmm.
So get over yourself. And as you've been stuck in the worst of times,
Hmm.
I'm going to heal you. It's going to take a while. I'm going to heal
Hmm.
you. And as
Hmm.
you heal your inner self, your inner wounds, your inner Marcy, and as you heal from the inside out, then your throat chakra, your
Come on,
words,
Shaka.
as you speak
Yes.
beautiful words to yourself, then you will be able to speak healing words to others. So,
Hmm.
this is what has come out of this. Out of all of that, that's what's come out of it. My the hurt, the hurt. Woo, even though I'm like, oh God, I don't really want to hurt this bad for somebody else because I really don't care for them that much. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
They said
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to go through it. You have to
Yeah.
go through it. You have to heal, but you have to heal from the inner, from your inner self.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then your outer, your exterior, you know, can also show what's on the inside.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I just put up healing words because that's what we're
Yeah.
trying to do with this book. We really want people to heal
Hmm.
from this. So this ties in. I think Cookie is trying to find a spot. So while she's trying to find a spot, what after I did the presentation and all of that stuff, what this one thing after the presentation that really inspired you to be a part of this project, if you remember the presentation, because I know that was back in January.
um, I was in a place where I was like, I can't. I honestly was still in a very dark place.
Mm,
So it was like, all right, let me think about it, because I didn't feel worthy enough to be in a book to talk about, because I hadn't gone through the process yet. I'm still in the process of getting a divorce. Um,
mm-hmm.
but I'm like, and that's what I said. Well, I'm not divorced yet. He left. Um, but I'm like, I'm not divorced yet, so I don't qualify. But it was
Right,
still the processing of process.
right.
So as time went on and the healing started, um, then I was able to write words, and even though this is an anthology, it's a chapter, but I rewrote my chapter several times, because each time when I first wrote it, it was dripping with hurt.
Yes. And
So
mhm.
yeah, so that didn't work, because when I went back to read it a couple of months later, it was a transformation in me.
Mhm.
Then even a couple of months after that, so I was able to rewrite it. I think I rewrote it 4 times before. Yeah.
And that's good because one of the things that the book, any coach with any weight as far as the editing will tell you to keep writing and put it down. I know even when I'm writing sermons, I got to write until that final thing. And then understanding that part of this journey, and as we talked about it, for those that's watching, we talked about as we're writing our stories, emotions are going to come up, things are going to come up, but we want this book not to be about the meat of it all and what we're going through. We want to talk about the healing part of it all, the healing journey of it all. So that was good, Marcy. I like that. I'm gonna put Cookie in. Hey, Cookie, she finally found a spot. And
Hello,
I'm not
hello,
sure if you
hello.
good. That was good, Marcy. So I'm going to tie this in and let me take the banner off. This is one of our other authors, Cookie. Introduce yourself, Cookie.
Hey, I am Cookie Williams. I am currently in Charlotte, North Carolina, by way of Newark, New Jersey. And similar to what Marcy said, it was a healing um, process for me. This was my first divorce. Um, so it's from my first marriage, but I'm currently married now. So I wanted to make sure I cleared that up because I've gotten a couple of questions from people asking, are you divorced? Not
Yes.
from my current husband, not from husband number 2, but from husband number 1. And so um, I wanted people to really, to your point, Dr. T, not talk about the meat of the situation. Like, don't get hung up on the drama of what was going on in the marriage, but think about your pathway forward to healing. What does that look like for you? And so for me, it's been an amazing journey. I think just like Iyanla Vanzant always says, life is a series of lessons that God would have us learn. And so I think, you know, if you can't learn from the situation, you're doomed and destined to repeat it. And so I've tried to learn a lot of different lessons because, humanity is complex, right? We're all individual people. When you talk about joining with someone else, if you're not completely whole and know how to be a partner to someone else, it is difficult at best to continue a long-term partnership with someone. That has to be a very intentional thing. And coming from the hood where I grew up, there wasn't the intention is to say you have a husband, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what you know about marriage is, just a little sneak peek. What you saw in the Brady Bunch, right? It was a
You're
blended
right.
family, but it was years before I realized that that wasn't all of their kids. Even though I was listening to the song coming on the intro, I didn't even put two and two together because of the way they operated as a family, right? And so
Right.
that was my ideal, looking at that husband-wife couple as the epitome of what a marriage should look like, a partnership and someone who loves and takes care of you and you take care of the children and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it was not that fantasy in real life. I got a hardcore reality check having my first child at 14 years old, and then the saga continued from there. And so that wasn't even my first husband that I had, my first child with. So my journey has been diverse, to say the least, and I've done a lot of growing and a lot of healing from the relationships that I've had. But I will say, knowing myself is the greatest gift that I've given myself in terms of learning. I'm on this path of lifelong learning and journey towards self-actualization. And so learning who I am has been the most amazing thing for me, because once I know me, I can set up appropriate boundaries, protect myself from things that have hurt me in the past, and also be open to receiving things that I had not thought about I would be able to experience, right? So Marcy talked about the transitions that she went through and getting to the place where she is today, even though she hasn't actually gotten that final divorce decree. It is a process. And, uncoupling, what did you posted something about Uncoupling Day, National Uncoupling
Yeah.
Day.
Mhm.
And when you go into a relationship, it's all, warm and fuzzy and everybody's good. But when you start taking that thing apart, it's not necessarily the best thing. But it should be. I think people should be mature enough to be able to part ways amicably, um, with respect and dignity toward each other. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, sometimes people don't know themselves well enough, don't know and respect the other person after they've hurt them enough to be able to um, tolerate and deal with the fallout from all of the stuff that happens in relationships. And so it becomes a difficult road. But hopefully this project will help people see from different perspectives how you can heal and grow from it and move forward. And life will become more beautiful each day that you move toward your own journey of self-actualization.
Yeah. Marcy, tell everybody where you're from, because I also want to let people know that um, a lot of us on here, I haven't physically met my sisters,
Right.
but
Yeah, no.
we've met through our other spaces of social media, and some have met each other, some haven't. But I adore these two. So Marcy, tell them where you're from.
So I am from Washington, D.C., uh, home of the great politicians.
Be nice.
Knowing that, so yes. So I'm from DC, and I've been a native all my life. I've been here all of my life. I
Okay.
am, yes, I am a community activist. I've been at my church for 40 years.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, I've been on I've done just about every ministry except ushering, parking, and preaching.
Thank you. Anita has joined us. I know that she is also still working as well. So I am going to put her on. I also love Anita. Actually, that's a good segue because Anita and I met at church. So, yep. So I'm going to put Anita on.
Can you hear
You're
me?
on stage, Anita. Yes, we can hear
Hey.
you.
How are
Hi.
you?
Good. Introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and what I think I was asking the question. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fabulous.
And tell us
Absolutely
where you're
fabulous.
from.
I'm Anita. I am from, let's just say Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm like 40 minutes outside Philadelphia.
Mhm.
And let's see, what is there to know? I've done children's ministry. I'm in the process now of just finding this new life, and I'm just charting my way. Every day there's a venture.
Awesome. And
Every day.
tell us what encouraged you to share your story.
Well, what encourages me, because my divorce came about when I was at the age of 59. And being at that age, a lot of people go through divorce younger. And I know for me, it was like, where do I turn? What do I read? Everything was kind of like pertaining to younger people. And to find yourself at 59, all of a sudden feeling like you're 20 again, because now you have to rediscover yourself and recreate your life. So it encouraged me to do this because I wanted someone that's my age, someone that's been in a marriage for over 30 years. I wanted them to have somewhere to turn, and hoping that my story would let them know that there still is life, there is hope. And even if in the moment you can't see that it's out there. So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to put something out there. So
Awesome.
when you
Is
offered it,
this
I
your
was jumped at it.
good? Is this your first time writing
It's my
as an
first time
author?
ever, ever. That's why when you asked me, I was like, I'm not a writer. I was like, what do I
Yeah.
even write? But when you said that, I do journal. But it
Hmm.
was something. But when you start writing about something that is a passion to you, that has emotion for you, I was surprised of how easy it flowed. It was
Mm.
like, okay. So it was like, what do I put in? How much? I just had so much to say because, like you said, it gave me a space, and it made me feel, comfortable. And I just wanted to keep writing. And so that's what motivated me. I knew I there was so much I needed, and like I said, I felt alone. And but once I started opening up, though, I realized there were a lot of people, but like you said, has that shame in the beginning. You feel like a failure in a sense, like you didn't want to put it out there. And once I did, I just noticed there's other people that were going through the same thing. But like you say, it's not talked about. It's like
Yeah.
you deal with it and you keep going and you just smile.
Yeah. And that's kind of what Marcy was hinting at, when she came on too. So you and Marcy and I want to say Cookie too. Cookie, did you write a book before? I think you was part of another
This
book.
is my second project. Yeah.
Second project,
Okay.
yeah. So
Hmm.
so you, Marcy and Anita, you're both, first, but I applaud um, all of you. I've said that before. To be able to be courageous enough to put your feet in all 10 toes, to really be able to help others to heal. And I would say one of the things that out of this project is also that women can work together, right? Women can work together. Women can come together and share their stories, and be able to utilize. Because just like Marcy said, what was that quote Marcy said? Marcy, you said our stories are what?
Um.
Not for ourselves.
Oh, okay, that one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely not for ourselves. The
Yeah.
pain is
Not
not for ourselves. Ooh.
pain into passion, y'all. Pain into passion. So these are our authors. This is just, we're missing two, I believe, that we're still at work, but they, we wanted to come on because we have a half hour. We have a half hour for y'all to go to bit.ly or bit.ly hope, HOPE _ divorce, capital DIVORCE 2024. Go on there. That will take you to Amazon so that you can get your book. All right, you can get your book. We are looking for your support so that we can all be best-selling authors from this book. Okay, and so that we can utilize this, like we said, to be able to help others heal. So things that I got out of the conversation, the words that you will be reading are healing words. The words that you're going to be reading are to really impose on the reader to know thyself. And lastly, I would say age, right? I would say, last one is age. Like, if you think about it, I think we have this notion of what age a person would have divorce. But if you've been in a relationship, for a marital relationship, for a long time, and now here you are, what do you do? And so you have those stories that are intertwined in the book. You have Cookie, who, no, she's not divorced now. The story is about her first marriage, y'all. And so
get it right now.
Get it right now. But here we are. We have an author here that is saying, hey, I was married before, didn't work out. Now I'm in my other marriage. So my second marriage. And so, and we're still discovering, we're still finding out who we are. And it's okay.
Still a process.
It's still a process. That's the word I was looking for. It's still.
And I want to also add, because I'm on two podcasts. And okay. One is the AM Affirmation Space with Kayron and Clivia. And we did a segment about divorce. But what we are not doing is, we're not like, oh, everybody should be divorced. Listen, my first husband was my practice husband. Now my second husband, but the thing about it is, I would know myself better when my second husband comes. So I believe in love. I love love, because Black love is Black love. So that's something that we want to put out there. It's not that we're divorced.
We're not anti-marriage.
Oh, we're not anti-marriage. Right. No way, Jose. Not at all.
Oh, yes, my second husband, he is excited to see me, to meet me, and to be able to get a new version of me, a healed, a better version, a more loving version, a more compassionate version of Marcy, because I feel that's something that I have learned in the anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. In that I've had to go within to love me more. And now as I love me more, I know that once my husband, my new husband, my next one, I will be a better person. I'm a better me. So I will be better for him.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it all. Well, listen, ladies, we're going to close up. We are at 24 minutes. So we're going to shut this down. But I really wanted you all to see that, number one, this is an anthology. It's just not my book. It's just not my story. We have amazing, fabulous, phenomenal women that were courageous enough to tell their story, for one, for healing, two, to develop community, three, to be able to use our words for you to find yourself, to love yourself more, and to know that It's still a process. It's okay for, like Marcy came on. She told you all of her emotions that she was feeling. It's okay. You know, it is okay to have the range of emotions. I think sometimes we minimize people's emotions too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
And
okay.
it causes people not to want to be vulnerable and show, you know, what's really happening with them because they're fearful about the judgment and, you know, the shame that would come along with that. So, yeah, give people the space to do what they need to do to get through it.
Exactly. And so if you went to the first live, you would understand that my why for this project was to change the narrative, change the stigma of it, so that we can begin to have conversations like this. We can begin to have conversations in our community, so that we can begin to have conversations in the places that we're supposed to be trusting a lot of, especially in our faith-based communities. And so having those conversations, a safe space for healing, so that Marcy can get that second husband, you know, or and Anita, and, you know, all of the good stuff that comes with the joy of a life. Life is gonna be life in you all, but there's still joy on the other side, and that's where the hope comes in. That's where the hope comes in, because you hear there's hope in each and every one of our stories. And that's what we're putting on these pages. So I thank y'all for watching with us. Share this, put hashtag replay, share the link, and put the link back up there on there soon, but share that link. We have until 6 o'clock, right? And there's probably gonna be more. I know Leslie is probably gonna tell me more to do after 6, y'all. So I'll let y'all know if that happens. But be blessed. Okay. Everybody wave.
Dr. T, I want to thank everybody who has pre-ordered. I even want to thank the people who don't have Kindle, because I've been getting texts. I don't have Kindle, but you know what?
Okay, so let's clear that up. Listen, y'all. Everybody thinks that you have to have that Kindle thing. You don't need it. You can get the book.
You get the Kindle app.
You have it. You can get the Kindle app. Not only that, if you already have Amazon, you already have Kindle. A lot of people don't realize that. So they can read it right there on their computer without even having the app or anything.
Well, I'm gonna have to text a few people, because I've been getting texts. You don't even have to have the Kindle or the Kindle app. If they have an Amazon account, it'll automatically go into their Kindle. Everybody has Kindle if they have Amazon.
And the date that it's going to be released, because today we're pre-ordering, but what's the date?
Everything is pre-ordered. January 21st, you'll get a thing saying that it's ready for download.
Right. Download it, y'all.
Yep. And so therefore, just get that. Again, bit.ly, bit.ly /hope, HOPE_divorce 2024. Come on, help us get there. And you'll find, once you get there, you'll read the description of the book. And again, the names of all of the authors. And you have 3 right here in front of you that just wanted to say, hey, y'all. And so get back to your people and let them know if you want to go live on your own pages, and let them know that that they can still get it. But we thank you. We thank you, Facebook. We thank you, LinkedIn, and we thank you, YouTube, for just hearing about this amazing project that I think is going to be transformative. I think it's going to be inspiring, and most importantly, healing. So take care, guys. Don't come off, ladies. Don't go off, ladies. Y'all can stay on.
Okay.